Today we're going to discuss one of punk rock's most charismatic frontmen. Yes, I'm talking about Billie Joe Armstrong, who's the lead vocalist of the hit punk rock band Green Day. Billie started making music when he was just 5 years old and co-founded Green Day along with his childhood friend Mike Dirnt. Hey guys, welcome back to Realest Rhythm. Make sure you watch the video to the end. You won't believe how wild this guy is. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. Number 10. Talking Pot with Bill MAHER. In April of 2010, Billie appeared on Real Time with Bill MAHER to promote Green Day's Broadway show called American Idiot. During the interview, he discussed the progression of his band's sound, politics, and the origin of Green Day's name.
And then you became Green Day, which I always thought, maybe it's an urban myth, that it was about pot.
It was absolutely about pot.
All right.
Yeah.
The two of them engaged in a 3-minute cannabis conversation. Billie also discussed new ways of smoking pot, including a gravity bong. Armstrong eventually ended the conversation by saying,
We can talk about weed like the entire time.
Number 9. Marriage. As his band gained mainstream success, Billie decided that he is going to strengthen his romantic relationship with Adrienne Armstrong. Billie says,
Adrienne was something that had nothing to do with my band, and I was totally in love with her.
He called me and said, I really want you to move out to California. Come out there. I want to get married.
We got married a month later.
At that time, Billie was 21 years old, and they got married a month later. The best part? They got married in Billie's backyard. When you know, you know. You know? Number 8. Punk is part of this man's DNA. His conversion to punk was a bit sudden. Billie stated, I became a punk at the same time that we became a band. While Billie was watching MTV, he had an epiphany. He saw pop-punk gem Crash by the Primitives coming in second place in a video face-off against another band. Billie says that he doesn't remember the second band, but during those 3 minutes, Billie says that his thoughts went from "this is going to be great, this is a great song, finally we're going to get to something good," to "this channel, the radio, I just can't take it anymore." It was at this moment Billie decided he was going to make his kind of music or risk being an American idiot for the rest of his life. In fact, we believe that he shows us this story within his song Homecoming, where he describes himself falling asleep to the TV while waiting for someone and dreaming of his insecurities when he is woken up to an outlandish and care-for-nobody lifestyle of a rock band. Billie says that he felt like he didn't care whether he became popular or not. He just wanted to make music that would still play decades down the road. Number 7. The legendary Mud Fight. On the third day of Woodstock in 1994, the band performed in front of the 350,000-strong crowd. While Green Day was ready to rock, Billie had some other plans. Someone in the crowd threw mud at him, and unexpectedly, the singer encouraged the crowd to throw more mud. Soon, the concert turned into a filthy mud fight. Billie asked the crowd to stay quiet. Later, Billie pulled down his trousers and flashed the crowd. At that time, he was being pelted with mud balls from across the massive audience. However, the audience was out of control. The singer said, "Everybody shut the f*** up and we will stop playing." The crowd shouted, "Shut the f*** up," to which Billie replied,
"Okay, we're done. Goodbye."
It still remains the number 1 punkiest moment that has ever happened at Woodstock. Number 6. BJ at a Tower Records store in New York. In 1997, people saw Billie Joe rocking up a Green Day's performance at a Tower Records store in New York. The famous singer yelled, "You can do anything you want because you are not at Tower Records, you're at a Green Day concert." He then spray-painted Nimrod on the walls, shower beer, and water over CD racks before eventually body surfing the crowd. Billie even spray-painted the windows. And to finish off, Armstrong mooned the crowds outside. It's worth noting that a store manager later had to wrestle a monitor away from Billie after he tried to throw the 200-pound monitor off a landing. That would definitely not fly with today's standards, but what a story! Number 5. Billie sets a magazine on fire during a concert. I think the most remarkable aspect of the success of Green Day's studio album Dookie was how little press they undertook to promote this album. Interestingly, the band consented to only one interview to a mainstream publication in the US. This interview was with Spinback in 1994. Later, at a concert at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago, Joe Armstrong held up the magazine in front of the whole crowd and set it on fire.
Burn, baby, burn, burn.
Number 4. Billie enters a sold-out show. As a young Northern Californian punk, this famous singer was a fan of Operation Ivy. And if you don't know, Operation Ivy is the band from which Rancid emerged. Now, Billie really wanted to see the show at a punk club called 924 Gilman Street in Berkeley. The only problem was that this show was sold out. What would you do in such a condition? Tell us in the comments below. Billie simply went and stopped Tim Armstrong, Operation Ivy's guitarist, outside the show and said, "Hey, can I come in? We have the same last name." This is how you enter a sold-out show like a savage. Number 3. Billie's stay at the Sunset Marquis Hotel in Los Angeles. Back in the year 1997, the band was staying at the Sunset Marquis Hotel in Los Angeles. The hotel provided the setting for their most rock and roll moments when Dirnt decided to defecate from the balcony. Now you might want to note that the turd landed on Juliette Binoche's patio. On the same day, Billie walked down the hotel corridors naked, knocking on the door. The singer didn't stop there and threw his television set out of the band's third-story window. They say that poor people have more in common with the rich than anybody else. Neither of them care what anybody thinks of them. Number 2. Billie drops his pants to his knees in front of 6,000 people. By this point, you know this guy has issues keeping his clothes on. In 1996, the band performed at a live concert at Milwaukee's Mecca Auditorium. According to reports, at least 6,000 people attended a concert in which Billie dropped his pants to his knees, exposing his buttocks to the audience, and got arrested for doing so. However, the police waited until the band completed their performance in order to avoid a potential riot. They took Billie to the Milwaukee police station and cited indecent exposure. Later, a Milwaukee Police Department spokesperson said that the problem was that Billie exposed his buttocks to a crowd of around 6,000 people, including people as young as 10 years of age. Number 1. He lets go of his inhibitions. In December of 1994, the successful band gave a spellbinding performance at the tail end of their Dookie tour, which was 1 year long. They performed at Madison Square Garden Arena in New York, and after the set, fans broke out in rapturous applause. Green Day naturally decided to return for an encore. However, it wasn't just any encore. Billie surprised fans when he hit the stage completely starkers. However, he had a guitar on while he performed a cover of the Kiss classic She. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Tell us in the comments below which of these moments you like the most, and share any unforgettable moments we might have missed. Feel free to suggest topics that you would like us to cover in our upcoming videos. And lastly, if you want to watch more videos like this, press that bell button so you'll be notified each time we post a new video. We will see you in the next one.